Hello, I'm Dr. Deborah Sword. These short podcasts are based on the book I'm writing called Conflict Owner's Manual. I'm here with my
Mm.
co-host friend Tyson Bankert.
Hi everyone, my name is Tyson. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a community-based artist here and I'm forward to having this chat.
Well, I had a surprise the other day, Tyson. I was with a
Oh
group
yeah?
of other conflict managers. I learned
Mm.
a lot from them. There were about a dozen of us. And somewhere in the discussion, the expression was used, pick your battles. Pick your battles is a cliche and it's a powerful message to walk away, avoid, withdraw. But I couldn't help smiling at the irony that here we were, a bunch of conflict managers using saying about hostile actions.
Mm. Because that could bother me too. I think the word idea of pick suggests sort of that you have to exclude or narrow down the particular pieces of the conflict that you're willing to kind of take on. And then idea of like pick your battles or battles imports, I think, this image that we're facing many fights. And that's all that there is. It's just conflict is just a fight or a struggle, and that we have to choose, um, you know, the losing side of this battle regardless. And the aggression in picking and battles, I think, goes a little way towards making us feel um, in control of the course of a life or relationships, right? It's like these are the only things that kind of we can manage or
It,
can't manage even.
yeah. And I think that's really the crux of it for me is that the words we use reflect our limitations and the world that we're creating through our words, through our
Mm-hmm.
particularly through expressions and cliches. And there's a couple that explain the reason that we accept something instead of trying to change it when the energy isn't there for the effort, like this isn't a hill to die on or live to fight another day. And what's the problem with using these as our metaphors?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to die on any hill, literally or figuratively. I think those sayings like just detract from the quality of life that I want to live, right? I do want to be able to make choices. And certainly I want to live another day, preferably to engage with the world in a positive, more productive and purposeful way. And I think these kind of lines and cliches sort of don't really give us that kind of empowerment that we can have in conflict.
Well, that's really the point, isn't it? When we use hostile sayings mindlessly with meanings that we don't pay attention to, we are ignoring the power that we put into our words. They reflect our mindset. And if we're serious about creating a culture of conflict competence, here's yet another place to start by being intentional in our figures of speech, the sayings that we use, and the language that we frame our thoughts in.
Hmm. Yeah, I think our words have power, especially when it comes to conflict. And the ideas that I think we create around how to manage conflict really help us in ways in which we think that we have to show up in that conflict. I certainly try to use words that convey my intention in conversation. And my preference is to walk in peace. And so, therefore, I want to then use words that help to shape that. And maybe the reframe is life to engage and talk another day. And this is a hill to talk on, would be maybe a different way to reframe.
Oh, I really like that. This is a hill to talk on. That's great. So next time I manage a situation to deal confidently with conflict, I want to take credit for the
Mm,
decision I make and the words I use. I want to say, yeah, that is what I intended to say, and the meaning I intended to convey about how I want to walk in the world. So out of all the responses that are possible, I want to rewrite the expressions to use conflict competent words rather than cliches that are based on battles.
So then next week we will be talking on this hill again. So please join us as we'll be discussing how to do conflict better.
You never know when you might want to be called upon to be conflict competent, because we do need to own our conflicts, and the Conflict Owners Manual will show you how. So thanks for listening, and we hope you'll subscribe to our podcast.